scandal.
Legal rights for Guantanamo detainees. Hello, everybody. I'm Jane Skinner. A suspected terrorist being held at the U.S. Naval Base at Guantanamo Bay will get the chance to appeal. Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld says a panel will be set up to review cases on an annual basis. About 660 alleged al-Qaeda and Taliban fighters captured after the 9/11 attacks are being held at the maximum security prison. Human rights groups, as you may know, have been criticizing their treatment. A former Chechen president living in exile in the Persian Gulf nation of Qatar has been assassinated. The government there says he was killed after an explosion ripped through his car. The man's teenage son was critically hurt. It happened as the two were driving away from Friday prayers at a mosque in Qatar's capital city. The next space shuttle flight is being delayed. It had been set to fly in September, but NASA says that was really just a tentative date. NASA says it had warned that there could be delays as the agency recovers from the Columbia disaster. NASA's chief says the next best conditions for a daylight launch are in January and March of next year. Well, a pickup truck went flying in Sandy Springs, Georgia. A driver forgot to put her pickup truck in park, and it rolled off the deck of a Bank of America building parking deck, bounced over a curb and a barrier, and it crash landed right on the roof. Thankfully, though, nobody was hurt.
Wow.
And those are your headlines. Time now to send you back to Shepard.
It's the day after your birthday, and I thought maybe you might like to have some multicolored popcorn. This came in the mail in a big box. You know what I think has just happened?
You just eat things that people send in the mail?
Well, you know what? Yeah. You know what I think has happened? I think because we do so
You
much...
like put my stuff through a scanner when I bring in brownies and cookies to make sure there's no arsenic. And
Yeah,
you just
well,
eat random multicolored popcorn.
I have enough information on you to know I need to do things like that. I think what's happened is we do so much darn eating on this program that these people who sell things that you eat have started sending me things in hopes that their stuff will end up on the air. But I'm not going to show.
And look what happens.
But I'm not showing the label. I'm not telling because this, you know, you got to pay for commercials. But
you are encouraging everybody to send more.
You should try this. It's
Those
different.
colors are really not found in nature, though.
No, they're not. It's like trick cereal. Each color has a different taste.
Yuck, really? And it's a combination?
Why is that yuck? You're the queen of the sweets.
Oh my God, I know, but what if it's like blueberry with chocolate or something?
Read the marriage thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is supposed to be a funny Valentine's story.
I know.
We're talking about this. Researcher in Seattle says, have you heard about this? That he can predict the outcome of your marriage by using a mathematical formula.
Wow, where was he 15 years ago?
Yeah, they interviewed about 600 couples over 20 years, and they charted their interactions. You know, people watch them and watch the body language and the facial expressions and what they said. And anger and hostility got negative numbers, just so you know, for the future. And humor gives you positive results. And researchers then plot it. They give you a graph, and they tell you if you're going to be divorced in 4 years or 16 years or not at all. And if the line dips below a certain point, then you're in big trouble. And I was actually looking at it because I thought it was so interesting. They said, the problem is if you get people from two different categories. So if you have two avoiders who are married, you're fine. But if you have an avoider and somebody who's really hostile, volatile is what they call it, then you're in trouble.
In other words, it's a bunch of hooey.
Perhaps. And I was trying to figure out, I read 4 articles trying to figure out why they did it. Nobody seemed to say why. And finally I found one where the guy said, we did it to help people.
Oh,
so that they can figure out if they have a problem, they can go ahead and try and fix it, and you can change your behavior. So, how about that?
We didn't talk about The Apprentice because it's on the other channel.
Okay. I can tell you were fascinated with the marriage.
It's great to see you.
Sorry, Alan. He wanted me to do that because he thought it's a good Valentine's
It was very good.
story.
Happy day after your birthday. Happy Valentine's
Thank you.
Day. Hello to the girls
See
and Roger.
You later.
All right.